The only way you can bring a diverse people together is by creating bridges between the different codes, the different practices, so that the whole nation could follow one rule of law and have one legal system with which to contract and create prosperity.
What the Swiss lacked, De Soto discovered, was a way to integrate the French, German, and Italian systems into one Swiss system. They needed a legal bridge between old and new.
For a legal bridge to serve its purpose, to actually link people from all sides, it has to first of all be anchored in the customs and the practices of real people. It's got to have solid foundations. It needs to be sufficiently well articulated so that it's not going to crack with all the problems that come with time. And thirdly, it's got to be wide enough so that everybody can cross it. It can't just be for a few people.
Peru languished for the next 100 years, but in Switzerland, one man would develop a legal code that would propel it into the future, a future that included everyone.
Here he is, Eugen Huber, the man who literally changed Switzerland. He changed the rules of the game and allowed it to move from a backward to a very forward-looking economy. There he is, among the weeds.
I don't think that many people in Switzerland know the name Eugen Huber.
Daniel Giersberger is a professor of law at the University of Lucerne.
He was in some way a genius who was able to draft a 1,000-article code all by himself.
He rooted the new law in the social contracts and customs that people already used.
Das Gesetz muss aus dem Gedanken des Volkes gesprochen sein, or in English, the law must be spoken from the thoughts of the people.
For Eugen Huber, the source of the law was the voice of common people. And for him, it was also important that the law be simple enough to be understood by a common citizen.
The new civil code that Huber wrote at this desk standardized the rule of law in Switzerland.
He didn't invent the law. He didn't go to talk to a whole group of university professors to find out what they thought order should be like. He went to the grassroots to find out what people actually did, how they reached deals among themselves, what they understood to be the truth, what they believed in. Eugen Huber did that and converted Switzerland from a relative poor country to a relatively very rich country.
Little did Hernando de Soto know that he would transport this bottom-up, all-inclusive approach to the law back to Peru, where it would become a critical element in the widening battle with the shining path.